The George Washington Bridge. It is the world's busiest bridge, but a Team 12 investigation raises questions about how well it has been maintained.
The bridge is undergoing a $2 billion restoration. Did that come after years of neglect? Senior investigative reporter Walt Kane has this Kane in Your Corner exclusive.
Nobody wants to go in the city. It's for a truck driver, it's not something anybody wants to do.
5 or 6 times a week, Frank Ciampi delivers construction materials.
Just driving 35 to 40 hours.
From New Jersey to New York and back.
Kind of know where every bump is on the road.
And there's one part of the trip he really doesn't like.
I think the George Washington Bridge is probably the worst bridge. I don't think they're ever going to fix it right.
Frank isn't alone.
It's very old and just a question of time before there is a problem.
Could use some work. It wasn't designed with the amount of traffic that we have today.
Team 12 obtained a decade's worth of inspection reports on the GW. The most recent, from the end of 2019, shows numerous issues, including severely corroded and cracked deck ribs. Those are what support the roadway. Another key structural element, these suspender ropes were in fair condition, meaning they still function, but need priority repair. Despite that, inspectors said the bridge overall was in good condition.
I do not see in this report a convincing argument that this bridge is in very good shape.
One of America's leading infrastructure experts says the report indicates the Port Authority is falling behind on maintenance.
Deterioration is ongoing and is getting faster.
In fact, the most recent inspection found nearly 100 priority repairs outstanding, even though those are supposed to take precedence over any other scheduled work. And the backlog is growing. Back in 2009, there were 25 outstanding priority repairs on the lower level. A decade later, there were 38. On the upper level, outstanding priority repairs grew from 40 to 51.
George Washington is typically, without maintenance, more effective maintenance is at the end or nearing the end of its useful life.
The Port Authority insists the GW was always in good shape and is getting a lot better.
What we're talking about here is restoring the George program.
They invited us to tour the bridge, which is undergoing a $2 billion restoration. Among the projects, replacing all 592 suspender ropes.
When you look at the type of investment we're making here at the bridge, we're going to be building infrastructure that's going to be here for the next 50 to 100 years.
But should some of this work have been done sooner? When I asked about issues in the inspection, I kept getting the same answer.
And I haven't seen those reports or what you're talking to me about. I don't know exactly what you were looking at. Again, I don't know what you were looking at. I don't know what you were looking at in the report, so it's really not good for me to answer those questions.
Bear in mind, we told the Port Authority we wanted to talk about those inspections. We even gave them some of our questions in advance.
If we can't really talk about the conditions, we can't really talk about the report, what can we talk about?
So we can definitely answer any questions about the ongoing projects and the work we're doing here and the great work that these people are doing every day.
The Port Authority eventually gave us a written statement saying priority repairs are not the most significant type and are packaged into ongoing and new construction, adding sometimes the design and award time may push the repair beyond the 2-year time frame. But priority repairs sometimes take a lot longer. In 2009, there were 40 priority repairs outstanding on the upper level. In the decade that followed, just 29 were completed. And remember those suspender ropes that the Port Authority is now replacing?
Prior to replacement, the suspender ropes were in good condition.
That's simply not true. In every inspection report for over a decade, the suspender ropes were listed as needing priority repair. I asked about the discrepancy, and you can probably guess the answer.
I saw in the inspections frayed cables. Was that the suspender ropes?
I don't know exactly what you were looking at, so I don't want to comment on that.
To read the inspection reports, which I used for this investigation, go to news12.com. In your corner, I'm Walt Kane, News 12.
And Walt will continue our Team 12 investigation into crossing concerns next week as he'll take a look at the condition of the 2 major tunnels.